Good day, my dear mouse and my ladies and gents. I really hope that this is nice lighting because this is my absolute favorite. I don't have the quilt here, but you've seen the quilt. I've sent the pattern, the picture of it. I wanted to do a penny rug, but I wanted to do the backing for the quilt. Now, there's quite a few things in this that I want to show you. The, what did I do with that? That's it. The knot is exactly the same. You go down, you go up, 3 granny knots, cut, and then twirl it. And it's 6 strand of floss. It's not double. It's 6 strands going up, 6 strands going down. You can do 12 strands if you want to. I'll do this one. 12 strands. We have 6, and then I have it doubled. So, center your needle. Now, this is what I want to show you. Sometimes these go off, and I did this on purpose with this one. Okay, 6. Bring it up, your needle up through the center. And pull 1 knot. See, of course I can't see. There. 1 knot. And that's why I tell you to leave extra string for coming out, because if you have it too short, it's hard to tie the knots. And the embroidery floss is dirt cheap, so don't mind wasting it for a little less hassle. Okay, cut. I'm going to put a little wet on my finger. Okay, you grab your pieces and just pinch them in between. Pinch them in between. Pinch them. Turn, 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 turn. You know, I should have got light pennies for this one again, but I didn't. And see, it just makes them look like they're old and worn. If you like the 6 strands, by all means do 6. Sometimes it's a bit too much because you're doing the thread, right? If you're doing a quilt or something, that's fine, but then you've got all these threads here, so I chose to just do a little piece in the center with 3 strands. But anyway, on purpose, because this looks so old and I want it to look really primitive, look at this one. See, it's almost up to the top. Where's another one? Oh, down here. Look at this one. You see? It's off-centered. And by all means, do that. Now, this is the same as the D kit, the D rug. You do your base, and your base, I have pictures for this, so it's easy. You do your base, you add this, which is normally, if it was flat, it would be the binding. But I chose to do the pillow, so I wanted to just put that little bit in. And I didn't want oh, where am I? I didn't want a binding here. I just wanted it to look very, very old and very primitive and like a child did it type of thing, you know, funny, bad stitching and all that. So this is just this. Now, I don't have the piece, but I have it in the photos, and I've shown you a photo of it. But this is the binding, and it's very thin wool. And there again, I put my 1/4 inch. So the only thing I did was I put this on, and I made sure that it wasn't up really tight. Some of them are a little bit close, but I wanted it uneven. But I didn't want it to catch any of the pennies. So you be careful of that. So I just put this on, and there again, it has the soft curve there. So I just went around it, and I have photos of that, went around. And then I put it down, and then I attached it to my cushion, but not to the front. If you attach it to the front, you're going to have like this, right? You're going to have something like that, and you can do that if you want to. You can have a stand-up binding like this. See? But I didn't want that. That looks too much like it's difficult. I wanted this very primitive, like, you know, a child did it. So I left it like that. And then, of course, I stuffed it. Now, I want to show you. I did one, gosh. Where can I get a needle? I did one penny. And you see how it rolls? Well, you just take your threads. You take a larger needle and you just pull them. Pull them out. And get them over. And keep going. And just bring it in. And you can do that with your threads to make it look old. Now, for this one, because you have your thing, and you can do it on there too. You can just turn them. I'm just going to do a very small stitch here. I'm not going to do a very long stitch because it interferes with this. I just want a little tiny stitch around, and that's 2 strands of floss. Now, I'm going to use multitude of colors for the floss, but all in the browns and very dull colors. Nothing bright. That's too bright. That maybe. That's maybe a little too light. So I just want just browns. This isn't any good. Too bright. So there again, do your 10-foot rule. 10-foot rule means that you, there's my needle. You check your threads. If you're doing 2 strands, you use 2 strands of floss, and you just put them down and then go away 10 feet and see what it looks like. That looks too light, right? You can see that. You can also do that on your camera. Just take a picture and it shows up. Now, I have a feeling that this is going to be quite popular for a kid. As I mentioned, I can only do kits for however many of these panels from that quilt I have. That's it. I can't do any more. I can't reproduce it. I could never reproduce this rug again because of this quilt. This is what makes the pattern. It is not bright. My quilt is bright that I show in the picture, but of course I've aged it, and the quilting is so bad. And that's what I really wanted, something primitive, because, oh my gosh, the blocks aren't aren't even. They're puckered. They're out of line when she put it's just I will show you more of that. I'll take pictures of it, how bad it is. But that's really where this started. It started with that quilt and how bad it was, and I thought, what am I going to do? I couldn't make something that was pretty normal, like Dee's rug, you know? It was just, so I got the idea of as primitive as I could get it. I had the fabric, so, and uh, be careful. If you want to do this one, be careful. Don't have these perfect. Now, there's another one that's off. Now, I'm going to show you what I did. I actually made them off. And I'll show you this one. See, this is perfect, right? I mean, it's centered. Well, what I did was I went around and I kind of cut imperfection a little bit. That's a little too imperfect, and I cut too close, but you can get the idea. If I made them perfect, here's another one. Let's try that one. See, that one's off to the side, so that one's pretty good. That one, okay. Well, let's just try and get that a little imperfect there. And it doesn't matter for the size of your circles. You are not using interlocking circles. You're just putting them, they can be as bad as you want. So, you know, just, and not perfect circles. Okay, a little bit more off that. And that's what this quilt needs. Don't be afraid to do that. I need a little bit there. Trouble is, it's so dark. If I have a bright light, I can't use my camera. There, something like that, see? I maybe take a little bit off of that. That was really fun to do. There. It was messy, too. There. Something like that. Now I put that on. That's a little too close because you don't have place to stitch. Make sure when you do your pennies that you have place to stitch. And I'll just take a little bit off there. But try your best to be imperfect, not perfection. You don't want perfection here. You want it really off-centered, and it goes along with the knotting. You know, that's very much a make-do thing. I grew up with knotted quilts. And so that is it. So I am now going up and listing them. And hopefully the videos are going to be good. Now, I have the falling leaves that I have to do the instructions. There is some of the falling leaves have gone out, but they're not delivered yet. And it's something to do with there's delays, like for weather and for the fire and storms and things like that. I have half of them out. The other half that I put on after, I'm going to send those out this week. So I want all of that done. And then these won't go out this week, but they will go out next week. And I'm shipping every week now, so it's soon over. I just keep saying to myself, it's soon over. It's soon done. Oh, I just can't wait. So Jack is waiting. I have a bit more to do, and then going to enjoy my date. So have a wonderful evening, everyone. And I will be back hopefully tomorrow morning. I haven't been good at keeping a schedule. I've just been so busy with so many things. And I'm just I want so much done in a day because I'm so excited. I need these other three kits done. I needed these done, and because that's it. That's the end. I'm just so excited. It's like waiting for Christmas when you're a child, you know? I just want it to happen as soon as possible. Okay, so have a wonderful night, everyone, and I will try to be back on tomorrow. I know I have a lot of emails and things that you're asking questions. I'm going to try and catch up tomorrow. Promise. Have a wonderful evening.